Some holiday cheer ahead as we have Yuletide fun in store for all of you on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights.
Your Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hi again, everyone. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Merry Christmas to everyone out there tuning in. Thanks for making us your first listen each and every day. We appreciate that.
Hope
And
you're watching this
subscribe.
one.
Hope you're tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Locked On Golden Knights. We're going to have some holiday fun on today's show, Chris, a.k.a. No Cole in your Locked On Vegas Golden Knights podcast folder.
My head itches.
So you got, I love, that hat is just to die for. So in our first segment today, we say a Christmas cartoon or movie and try to figure out what Golden Knight could be the star of that movie or cartoon, or if there is any VGK tie-in or affiliation. I'm going to start off with Santa Claus is coming to town, and just because they need Santa to get here very soon to deliver another goaltender for this team.
We could save that for Christmas wishes, I guess.
Okay, we could. Okay, what about the little Drumbot boys? Well, we know who stars.
Okay. Kind of a slow start, but okay.
It's a very slow start. Just roll with this, okay?
I'm rolling.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We know this is Bruce Cassidy's favorite of all time. Comet in that cartoon is Eichel because he just goes up and down the ice. Dasher, I figured out, is Barbashev because he likes to play off the walls, right? And then he likes to smash people into the walls, into the dashboards. Cupid is Carlson because he's a lover, not a fighter. Blitzen is McNabb, I had. And Dancer is also Carlson with Dancing Queen. And the abominable snow monster is Kelly McCrimmon.
Jesus. You guys, is this on a napkin you're reading from, or are you actually like using paper for this one? This feels like our most thought out show. I mean, to be fair, we've been talking about the show for about 5 days, and I put in about 40 seconds of prep work, not nearly what Tony did, but I got a little different vibe on my side. So Christmas Vacation, everyone's probably seen that movie. So I'm thinking that's Griswold Clark. That could be like Alec Martinez, I think, right? Martinez seems to be just goofy enough where he kind of has that crazy and wacky side, might take things a little over the top, but then he calms down and has a heart of gold and all that stuff. Cousin Eddie, we're going to throw it back. I think that's Phil Kessel. I think Cousin Eddie is Phil Kessel. He's kind of
he's still
the
not
awkward
playing
person. Everyone loves Cousin Eddie, but people sometimes keep a distance. So that's how I'm starting this off.
Okay. Also, the Island of the Misfit Toys, we know, the Misfits. There's only 2 remaining with this team now. You tried to add a third over the summer. Home Alone would be any VGK goalie not named Hill or Thompson. Pretty much Home Alone. Would you agree?
Yeah,
Where's
no,
the
that's
defense?
pretty. I was going to go with that one, too. That was pretty easy. Going Bad Santa. Who would play Santa? I'm going with maybe the grumpiest interview on the team. And no disrespect, Chandler Stevenson, but you could be the bad Santa. You could be the grumpy one, maybe, who, if they were going to recreate Bad Santa in the VGK locker room, I think the team would probably unanimously go to Stevenson and point his way to take on that iconic role by Billy Bob Thornton.
Frosty the Snowman is also, that's going to be Bruce Cassidy following a loss. Definitely. He's Frosty. He gets Frosty sometimes. It's a Wonderful Life. Bill Foley, Kelly McCrimmon, George McPhee. It is a wonderful life for them right now. It is, right? I mean, the main man plus Foley.
That's good. Scrooge is a fun movie looking at Bill Murray's character. Who would be Bill Murray in Scrooge? Would that be Eichel, you think?
No, it's
Marchessault?
Marchessault,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marchessault has that kind of freak out gear, right? And also to be fair, and it's happened before, Marchessault could also be Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, because that has happened in one of the VGK spots a while back where he remember that, Tony? I made my team disappear. And then, yeah, so there you go. Is Dumb and
Yeah.
Dumber a Christmas movie? Because then you can slide in Marchessault, and was Carlson on the other side of that?
No, but Die Hard is.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna go with Die Hard. What do you got for Die Hard? I want to hear this.
no, Die Hard would just be
It's
that would
definitely a
be
Christmas movie. Definitely a Christmas movie.
yeah, that's got to be like McNabb, I
Who's
think.
Bruce Willis? Who's Bruce Willis then in Die Hard?
Nah,
Who's Bruce Willis? Ooh,
I don't
this is a
know.
good one. This
You
is
have a
good. I
good
gotta
one?
think.
You have a good one
I'm trying
for
to
us?
think about this. I mean,
I have one for you.
okay,
You're not
what you
gonna like
got?
this one. You won't like this one. White Christmas. That's the entire front office staff of VGK. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Are there any elves or elf on this team? Who's the shortest player? That's got to be Marchessault too.
Yeah, that's fair. God, I'm still going back to who would be for Die Hard, who would be that character? Who would take that role? Who's just who has that gear? And Alec Martinez might be the one, right? Alec Martinez could take down. I mean, he could block bullets, right? He could block bullets. He's done it for his whole career. So
True.
he could take a few more bullets than Bruce Willis did in that movie. And there you go. So Alec Martinez could
I had
be
Alec
Bruce
Martinez
Willis.
and Mark Stone. I have Mark Stone too. That's
who would be the person who takes the building hostage? Who's the villain? Who would be the villain?
That would be probably McCrimmon.
I was gonna say Shipashev from season 1.
There you go. That's a good one.
Got him in there. I got him in there.
You definitely got him in there. A Christmas Story, the most annoying movie ever. So Vegas Bjorn has to play the role of Ralphie. He does. Carlson's Ralphie. He is.
So who's the dad then in the movie, that with the leg and the window and the lampshade and all that?
That could be Bruce Cassidy.
Could be Coach. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cassidy, the only coach in the NHL sporting a tan at this stage of the season.
It looked like he had a little
got a little
going
bit.
this
It wasn't
morning.
very
Like he had a
good.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
he's got more time still. He's got another. They got base. I don't know if they're going to be on the ice tomorrow or not between games, but
this is airing Monday, so nobody knows what tomorrow means. But
oh yeah, he could be crisp by Monday.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, of course.
He could be crisp by Monday.
Coming up next, we have Christmas wishes for the Vegas Golden Knights, including I've got a surprise Bill Foley stocking stuffer. You don't want to miss it. We'll explain next right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Welcome back to Locked On Golden Knights, the Christmas Day edition. Stay with the plan. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Tony Cardasco and Chris Kringle-Golick reporting from Las Vegas, where it doesn't very much feel like Christmas typically. Not cold enough, no snow, and you really have to go to like the Strip to get just nudged around by tourists or go to Bellagio.
You don't even get it really there unless you go to like a place like Bellagio and like the atriums and stuff. And that's one thing I don't like about Vegas. I'll be honest, before we go back to our funny stuff here, is the lack of seasons.
That first segment was funny.
It was slightly above mid. But like
it wasn't an immaculate segment.
No, definitely not a man. No, we're gonna have to pick it up in the second period. But
yeah,
no, I miss the seasons. The seasons really help identify everything that's happening, and without seasons, it's a little that I do get homesick about that. There's not a lot of things that make me homesick, but a good white Christmas does make me a little homesick.
New York City does it for me, man. You just go to Rockefeller Center, the window shopping, everything. It's really cool.
I can see that.
It's definitely cool. Yeah, it is. It's the hustle and bustle of the big city that definitely always gets me in the Christmas spirit. We want to talk in this segment about Christmas wishes. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, by the way, Locked On Golden Knights.
That is our first wish.
That's our first wish. Okay, so I've got for Chandler Stevenson and Jonathan Marchessault new long-term contracts. Is that going to happen?
It depends on what they want. I mean, Stevenson's come on as of late. His it was fun watching the memes of his make believe agents surfacing around Twitter. Sweating and holding the phone and stuff. Waiting for Stevenson to get some goals. But listen, if Stevenson is fine in the 4.5 to 5 million range, I think he stays in Vegas. Anything outside of that, I don't know if VGK will opt to use their extra salary cap space on Stevenson. As far as Marchessault goes, I think the same holds true. I think 5 times 2 or 5 times 3, maybe 5.5 if they really need to.
More. Over.
It's if he's willing to take that. He can make more elsewhere. So I guess maybe my Christmas wish is for Marchessault to be okay with 5.25 times 2.
Okay. Jack Eichel, Christmas wish, 50 goals and an award or award recognition this year for Eichel.
Yeah, Selke seems to be the way to go there. And, maybe Lady Bing too, I guess. I mean, he doesn't get in the middle of a whole lot of things. Christmas wish for me is to cover a team that gives you some content. I'm so bored with the Golden Knights. There's never anything interesting to cover. Nothing ever happens. I can't even you gotta stretch for content, and the off season is completely boring because nothing happens.
Yeah. Christmas wish for me is to be accepted by VGK and to get my championship ring, of course, because I deserve that. It's been just a long time since I'm a long suffering fanboy media guy.
Remember when Logan Thompson tweeted me what he tweeted me when I said I suggested he was going to get traded? I got the donkey doing this.
You got the donkey.
That was what you just got from VGK Nation watching and listening to this right now.
For Paul Cotter, reward for some goals for his hard work.
I like that. I like that. Okay. That's a very fair one.
What about your boy Pavel Dorofeev? More playing time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Things didn't click well on Tuesday, and I'm talking out both sides of my mouth, right? I'm giving Cassidy some grief because he did mix up the lines. A winning lineup in the absence of Keegan Kolesar. Maybe he forced Dorofeev in there, which I want to see. I want Dorofeev in there, but more importantly than Dorofeev getting in there, I'd want the Golden Knights to win and do well, obviously. So, yes, more playing time for Dorofeev, but for the right reason, and maybe right now it's not the right reason. That's all.
For Nick Waugh, an identity? Do you think he needs an identity?
As long as they leave him alone as a fourth line center, he's fine. They keep trying to change it. Nick Waugh is a fourth line center that excels in his role. You put him on the wing, and he's just another guy. I think he'll be the first to say that.
For Alec Martinez, a new body. I think an entire new body. He really does need a new body.
Yeah, you wonder what the breakdown's going to be as he ages, but he literally gave his body to hockey. There's not a doubt in my mind about that.
Brett Howden, his own line. He
already has the Brett Howden line. If he watches this show, he's Howden does not need an ego boost if he watches this show. We'll make him feel plenty good if he watches our show. I mean, wish list 2 healthy goalies, not the third and fourth goalies on the roster. Although entering Thursday night's game, the Golden Knights have the only roster that features 2 undefeated goaltenders. So maybe things aren't so bad in Vegas. Lots of
yucks from Bruce. William Karlsson, more empty netters, definitely. Someone's wife had on Instagram had a Christmas party, but hubby makes a lot of money and everything was donated, because they put all the credits in. That's a WTF. Sorry. Oh, I'm the Christmas Grinch today. Sorry about that. Mark Stone, stay off of the injured list. Stop carrying the team with your back, on your back, I should say.
Listen, Stone's playing. I was looking at today. Stone's at a 82-point pace. His career high is 64 points. Let's see, but interesting nugget about Mark Stone here. So the COVID shortened season.
Stone. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
The 2020-21 COVID shortened season, 55 games. He only missed 1 game, 61 points. And then last season, 38 and 43. So, I mean, Stone, at what is he, 33, 34? How old is Stone? 31 years old. You're seeing a I don't think a resurgence is the word, but you're seeing an elevation in his game right now.
Shea Theodore come back, obviously, from
It's
injuries.
Jay Theodore an 82 game season or a
and make us
78 game season.
yeah,
At least.
and make us at least stay till the end of the game. If you're Gary
Can we wish
Patera,
for his significant other to get off Instagram?
maybe Gary Patera, no more the other guy. He has to earn his name, right?
Well,
You
speaking
think?
of names, I'm sure you probably had this on your napkin
Brady
down there, but
Pahal?
no, William Carrier gets his name pronounced appropriately by everybody, including Coach Cassidy. William Carrier. Although William Carrier himself does not mind being called Carrier as long as Coach Cassidy keeps putting him in, as Carrier told me at the Vegas Golden Knights to Remember Gala last season. So Carrier don't care.
For Ben Hutton, more stand-up comedy with his dad. I think that's a Christmas wish. You saw that clip?
I didn't, but Hutton's such a good guy to talk to. It doesn't surprise me.
It was silly, man. Dad was asking him questions, but Dad's like this kind of gruff guy. No, it was funny. It was really good. And then more dad's trips because VGK is what, 9-0-1, 10-0-1 now?
And more mom and dad's trips to T-Mobile Arena too. The Golden Knights are undefeated this season in parents' trips, I guess we can call them, and outscored the opposition 12-0. So keep bringing the parents and I'll bring all the parents to T-Mobile, please.
Zach Whitecloud, stay healthy. Obviously, continue that, and then continue to do what you do. He's just he's one of those good guys, I think, on this team, on the roster.
Great interview, wholesome. Doesn't there's some players that you have a different comfort level talking to. Whitecloud, just you and him shooting the breeze. So my wish for Whitecloud, just be you. Don't change.
Just be you, right?
Don't change anything with good old Zach Whitecloud.
Logan Thompson, lighten up the workload for him. I think that's got to be a Christmas wish. Boy,
he's really WTF tomorrow, but either way.
He's really carried. No swearing. Come on. It is Christmas Day. Of course, and Aiden Hill, another.
I got the days mixed up again, didn't I?
Yeah. It's Monday and it's Christmas Day, right? Okay.
But yet I'm in Vegas. I'm supposed to be in Alabama. Never mind.
Okay. Here's your little scoopish nugget for the day. Surprise on Christmas Day. Bill Foley, the Christmas wish is a new arena. Bill Foley, according to my sources, Mr. Golick, wants a new arena. He wants his own arena. And that might be coming in 2024, at least plans for it. I catch you off guard there?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you got some interesting circles, so it wouldn't surprise me. And I mean, doesn't he have a piece of T-Mobile Arena, and he gets the gate and all the stuff from UFC and all that?
But
where? Okay, Tony, keep going.
He wants all of it, but he does want his own arena. That's the talk right now around the city.
Interesting.
So you heard it first.
Interesting. No, that's interesting.
Right here on Locked On Golden Knights.
Okay.
When we return, of course, Christmas Day is a silent day and a silent night, if you will, around the National Hockey League. Are they ever going to play hockey on Christmas Day in the National Hockey League? We'll get to that when we return right here on this special edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Welcome back to Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco, Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Merry Christmas, one and all. We're not going to say to all a good night till the end of the show, perhaps, if you're lucky.
We're not
if we remember.
No carols.
Yeah, no carols for sure. Someone had suggested not too long ago, you and I go caroling around the neighborhood. That would be fun. You know, when I was a kid, though, seriously, we had Christmas carolers, even in the ghetto. They did. They went around house to house. It was cool. We threw money at them. I thought it was really. Did they ever do that in Chicago?
I don't know about Chicago, but what I will say is our neighborhood. We love our neighborhood. We don't necessarily mix in as well as some of the people in our neighborhood. I don't mean that badly.
No.
I know I have some neighbors that do watch this, so I'll make sure I'm clear on how I'm going to deliver this message.
What about the woman that really enjoys my work on this
Yeah,
show.
well, no, yeah, Misty loves watching the show and
Misty.
everything.
Shout out
But
to Misty.
you,
Merry
you
Christmas,
did
Misty.
you did mention about I don't think she loves your work, but anyway.
Okay, I just know how to
You
phrase
mentioned carolers and stuff, and I did find it really sweet. Maybe I don't they don't last 2 years, but definitely last year, right around this time, just got a knock on the door, 6:30, 7 o'clock. No idea who's at the door, and open the door, and boom, here they are. They all start singing to us, and that was really
cool.
sweet. The kids were really mesmerized by everything. There's probably about 15 of our neighbors out there and
Oh,
stuff.
how
So
cool.
you know,
That's really neat.
it's nice, and the neighborhoods get definitely improved a little bit. So that's nice. Like it's a great neighborhood. I love the neighborhood, and it's nice to have that community vibe. Even though me and our family is a little on the outside at times, but it was very nice.
Okay, why is there no NHL hockey scheduled on Christmas Day? Do you think eventually they will succumb? It was a day for the National Basketball Association to take over the day. Now the NFL sees dollar signs
They got 3 games,
and
right? There's 3 games.
yeah,
There's a full,
there's
well,
three,
not a full
including
slate, but like a
the
Thanksgiving
Raiders.
slates.
Yeah, including the Raiders playing at the Chiefs.
So the
That'll
NFL
be
gifted everybody with the Raiders on national TV. Okay,
yeah, that's great.
great,
Have a silver and black Christmas, bro.
great.
Uh, do you think someday that the NHL will succumb? Because I do. I think there's going to be too much revenue there, and it's just going to become another mainstream sports day.
I mean, I have this conversation so often, mainly with Chris, but both my kids when the situation presents itself, and it all comes down to money. It all comes, not everything, but mostly everything comes down to money. When you're talking a $1 billion industry in one of the four major sports, they're always going to be looking at ways and things to do to increase profitability and visibility and everything else. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if there's like one person or a group of people that are in the front office that just have this no Christmas games, end of story. This is how it's going to be. And, I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if they want to compete with basketball and stuff, but it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of start like how the NBA started, right? Just one feature game. And
One
now
game,
what the NBA does, what, 5 games, like starting like at 9 o'clock local time or
sure.
something. And
Yeah,
the
no,
last game probably starts about, 9 o'clock local time as well.
absolutely. I went to a Laker game in LA one year on Christmas Day, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, they've definitely taken it over, and I'd like to see what the ratings are like because NFL's king now. And maybe you don't want to compete, right, with all of that noise on Christmas Day. Plus, Bill Foley expects his team to be home every holiday, every single holiday. I think it's written in the doctrine now in the
I
National Hockey
mean,
League.
for me, when I watch football, it's not about having a home team vibe for the Raiders or for the Bears. Like the Bears are terrible and the Raiders are terrible as well, as far as I'm concerned. But I watch it either because I'm gambling on it or fantasy sports, which is also gambling on it. So for that, I don't want to, especially like for fantasy football players, that's part of the fantasy, that's part of the playoffs, the most important time of the season. And I think my Christmas is going to be more about being with my family and opening gifts and stuff. Maybe football is going to be around on the background and stuff like that. But I don't want to feel like I need to be watching football, but it's Christmas Day, but it's the fantasy playoffs. Like I want to have that push and pull. And kind of the same thing goes to hockey, right? I don't know if I want to write a pregame report, at 10 in the morning because the Golden Knights are playing Christmas Day, and even go to a Vegas Golden Knights
Yeah,
game
you don't
on,
want to
on
go to a
Christmas
game. I
Day.
feel, yeah, I feel for my
It'd be
good
weird.
friend,
It'd be weird.
for my friends that cover the Raiders, the beat writers, especially that cover the Raiders that are in Kansas City, pretty much without their families for Christmas Day. So
Yeah, that's another
that's the
thing too. I
downside.
mean,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate,
I'm
but
a Debbie Downer. No, let's bring this show back up. Sorry, man.
yeah, no, let's go. Let's go. Ooh,
All right.
Christmas. How'd I do?
So, yeah, for sure. So, do you play the role of Santa in the house?
No,
No. Okay. Just no comment or no?
leave it at
None.
that. Leave it at that.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
We
Kids might be watching, Tony. Kids might be watching. It's Christmas.
again thank everyone for tuning in and hoping again that everyone enjoys this holiday and this nice little break. Hopefully, shout out to all the people the people in the service industry that keep our city running even on holidays. So
Yeah,
we gotta give
I
them a
was one
shout
of
out.
those
There's a
people. I'm
lot.
sorry.
We admire them a lot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of those people. I mean, my first year out here, I was actually called into work Christmas morning. I got the call like at 6 in the morning. Hey, poker room is busy. You're on call. Come in. And I was like, okay. And it was okay. Like, it wasn't terrible going in. It was me and my wife, well, girlfriend Amanda at the time, living in a small apartment, budget suites actually,
with
living in a small area for a little
with
while,
the
so it
Christmas
wasn't that
lights.
big of a deal.
You definitely had Christmas lights there, though, I'm sure.
Oh, we
Amanda,
had, yeah, probably the only
that
ones,
was
but yeah.
mandatory. I think that was, during the vows, right? That you have to have them
Yeah,
lit up.
exactly. But point being is I did spend many Christmases working Christmas days working on the strip, and it's weird. It's awkward. I mean, obviously everyone's situation is different, but it's strange. So I can definitely sympathize with Tony wishing well to all the service workers who not only on Christmas, but you put up with the F1 crap all year round and you're still putting up with it. And I'm reading about major casinos like either giving $100 attaboys for what you did during that or not giving any type of Christmas bonus after the years that they had. So, it's appreciate what you guys do, even if your own companies don't appreciate you, I guess.
For sure. So, Chris, enjoy the holiday with your family. Of course,
Yeah.
everyone out there, we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Merry Christmas, one and all, and to all, a good night.
Was I supposed to end the show there?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to end it on that.
Okay. I'll click this button right here.